What up, y'all? We are back. Let me get this thing to follow my face really quick. What up, y'alls? We are back with Car Chronicles. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that you're here. Let's see if this works. I need to get like something that could like just hold it. And so we are here this morning. This morning it is January, I think it's the 20th or the 21st. It is the day after the inauguration. It is Tuesday, and we are headed to the gym. We are headed to the gym right now, and I just wanted to make this video. I want to come out with videos more often and just talk about things that I think that are going to help benefit people that are watching this, and it's really just give my side of my life and just document my process and document my journey in my life. Pretty much that's what it is. And so if I could bring some value in that, then let's do it. But y'all, so the election just happened. Sorry, the inauguration just happened. Everybody is now, with these next 4 years, everybody is getting ready to pretty much, get equipped. And so now Trump is being elected, right? He is the president right now, right? He's already signed some executive orders. He's already had some things that have happened that will affect people in different ways. And whether you voted for Trump, whether you didn't, whether you are a Democrat, whether you are a Republican, whether you are independent, whether you didn't vote, whatever, your religion is, whatever it is, at the end of the day, now that we know who the president is going to be for the next 4 years, now we have to act. Now we have to react. Now we have to prepare. Now we have to be diligent in learning the things that we need to learn, right? In order literally for us to succeed as a people, right? Because I still believe there's an elitism versus non-elitism, right? At the end of the day, it is what it is. Like Barack Obama and Donald Trump are sitting next to each other at a funeral not even a week ago, right? And so we have to understand that. And so for the things that I believe that are going to happen in 2025 that can help you get to the next level and help us get to the next level, and are a few things. And one of the things that I'm focusing on the crypto market, right? I'm focusing on the investment market, because when Trump was around the first 4 years, the investment market took off. And towards the end of his election, towards the end of his reign, as the president, things started to reverse. So I know the first really 6 to 18 months are going to be very pivotal when it comes to maneuvering in this market, right? So I want to make sure that I'm investing, right? I want to make sure that I have side money aside, to put into some investments. For me, I'm going to say this every day. For me, the number one investment to make long term is Bitcoin, right? Just dollar cost average Bitcoin until you are no longer on the face of this planet. Also, when you are doing that, make sure you're custodying your cryptocurrency, right? Making sure that you are self-custody your cryptocurrency. You need to have a ledger. You need to have self-custody. You need to know what your 12 seed phrases are, your 24 seed phrases are. And I was sitting with my friend, right? He was asking me out. He's like, man, because I was telling him he needs to take the rest of his money from one platform and put them on a ledger. We already moved half. Now he has to move the other half. And he was just saying, man, this is why I'm not buying any more Bitcoin, because, I just can't easily move it. And I'm like, that's the point. You're buying it and you're not using it anyway. You're just holding it. So the best thing to do is to hold it on a ledger. And his problem is that the computer that he has needs a malware update, which means that you just got to update the computer. But I just told him to get a new computer. This is a millionaire, by the way. Somebody who does millions of dollars in business. And I said, bro, just go get a new computer from either Facebook Marketplace or from Best Buy, like a Mac. Go get a Mac, bro. Or get a newer computer. Nah. I was like, all right, cool. And so, the point of custodying Bitcoin is, and custodying your own cryptocurrency, is the fact that you have total control. So if something does happen, it is absolutely 100% your fault. We're not putting the liability in somebody else's hands. Just be more diligent in that. So if you're watching this video and you believe that, cryptocurrency is a way that you want to go and you want to start buying and holding Bitcoin over a period of time, make sure you self-custody. If you have over $100 in cryptocurrency, make sure you self-custody. You have Ledger, you have Treasure, you have all of these places where you can self-custody, cold storage your cryptocurrency, right? Number 2, I'm going to focus on continuing to get better at putting myself out there, at not only just creating content, but documenting my process. I want to start to build my audience, right? I'm focusing on building my audience. I'm focusing on, that portion of my life, because what I want to do is I want to start building my brand. Right? I want to start building my brand. I want to start building awareness around the things that I like, I love, the things that I have knowledge about, things that I'm learning about, and I want to build a brand around that. How am I doing that? Content like this, documenting my process. I'm not creating content here. All I'm doing is pressing play and talking about what's happening in the world, right? Also, I'm doing podcasting. So we have a group called Secure Your Future Global that is a networking community that we have here. It's a nationwide networking community where we host networking events for business professionals, entrepreneurs, founders, CEOs, investors, tech enthusiasts, creators, right? And what I'm starting to do is now I'm starting to interview the people who have come to our events, who I know who are entrepreneurs, who are business professionals, who are crushing it in this space, right? And we have 2 ways to do that: in studio, and then we do it online for those who can't make it to the in studio. And why is that important? Because now I'm not really creating content. I'm using Riverside to record the podcast. And what I'm doing is I'm just having a conversation with these individuals about their life, right? In any of the 7 areas: mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, relationally, financially, and most importantly, spiritually. As of this video, yesterday we interviewed a guy by the name of Ron Starling, right? And I never met him before, but I've been following his journey. He's a content creator. He's a Christian content creator. And he's crushing it. And his thing is, he's going to do 25 content days at 25 churches, giving them the sauce on creating content. And I was like, all right, well, that's dope. And I just wanted to hear his story. So we just went over his story. Now, what did I do? Because I use Riverside, it pretty much cuts up. It'll edit it for me. I can put it on YouTube, and I can take that long form and put it in short form and put it on the different pages and whatnot. And now I'm building my brand, building my audience. I want to be known as one of the dopest not interviewers, conversationalists, in this space. So I'm documenting my process every day. I'm headed to the gym, y'all. Let's see if this guy has a parking spot for us that we can use. This gym is crazy in the morning. It's nuts. I can't wait to get in. My gym partner, Mike. Kels. Sorry, y'all. I got to get in today without y'all. But anyways, so then what happens is now I'm documenting my process. So as I'm hosting the events, documenting the events, I'm creating recap videos. I'm creating interviews, right? When I host the events, I'm doing live in-person interviews with the entrepreneurs who come by. And I'm posting that, and I'm building my audience that way. I'm creating content on Instagram, right? Side-by-side videos, value videos. I'm just doing more content creation, and putting it out there. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough, but it is what it is. The third thing I'm going to focus on, I'm going to continue to focus on my spirituality. And what I mean by that is I believe that Jesus died for our sins. Right now, I'm on a fast. I'm not eating any meat for 21 days. I'm about myself. My church is on week 3. I'm on week 2. I wanted to start a week later so I can finish a week after, so I can remain disciplined without the help of, people in the church in terms of doing it together. So 21 days, I'm not eating meat, drinking water. My water's right here. Shout out to the water. Right? And that's going to help me. I'm fasting, and that's going to help me spiritually. That's going to help me, have a certain type of discipline for myself, right? Because I want to get closer to God. I believe, I believe that God is abundant, right? If you believe in God, pretty much what that says about you is that, you believe that there is believe in Jesus, believe in Jesus. And that says about you is that, at the end of your life, that there is a place that you go if you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, you know, and what that does is that gives me the peace in my heart that, okay, I'm doing these things, but, you know, what. Okay, so the guy was honking at me, but I have my blinker on because I'm about to go here. And it's like he's like rushing behind me. He like speeds behind me, side of me, and looks at me. I'm like, yo, relax, brother. I have my blinker on, following the rules. But anyway, so what happens is that I want to get closer to, I want to build a relationship because I know it's going to benefit me over the long term, right? Because no matter if I am successful, whatever measure of success you are, you know, whatever you deem as success, whatever you deem as being significant to whatever it is you're trying to promote out there, what happens is that now you have the peace that no matter if you don't reach your goals, if God blesses you, there's a plan at the end of the day. And if it's not abundant and fruitful through you directly, in terms of helping you right now, well, guess what? The things that you're doing is you're setting a foundation for the people that come after you to follow the principles, right? Practice the principles to eventually participate in the promise. And so that's one thing I'm focusing on this year, number 3. And number 4 is time management. And that's a big one. You know, time management. Trump is in office, man. You know, these are all things that I'm doing post-Trump, right? Pretty much for the new year, regardless of who the president is. Time management is key. I want to be more efficient with my time. I want to be more efficient with the, you know, my schedule, because I want to do all of these things and I want to put out all of this content. Then I know I have to be more efficient with my time. And what does that mean? That means I have to have a schedule, right? You know, and I'm working on it. I'm not the best at scheduling. I'm usually a, you know, happy-go-lucky in terms of, you know, not happy-go-lucky, but go with the flow type of guy. But I'm like, you know what? I have to be intentional with every part of my day. Because if I want to do X, Y, Z, right? If I want to do A through Z, right? If I want to do A, B, C, D, E, then I have to keep a schedule, because there's no way I can have too much idle time. And idle time, even when you look in the Bible, when you have too much idle time, that gives room for distraction. That makes room for, you know, to get off track. And so these are the things that I want to do in order to make my 2025 the best year that I already know it's going to be. I've already had the best year ever. Time just has to catch up. And no matter who the president is sitting in office, what we want to do is we want to pray for that person. You know, whether you voted for that person or not, you know, we want to pray that they have grace, they have wisdom, they have discernment, that they have great insight on what's going to better the country. Because as a president of the United States, you know, you hold the highest responsibility in the world pretty much. And you have to seeking after and looking after and responsible for people in America. But the things that we do here are going to have an effect for the things that happen in different places in the world. Right? And so that's very, 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 no matter who the president is, you always want to keep your house in order. No matter who the president is, you want to always make sure that we are doing the things necessary in order to be great. And that's what matters, right? So listen, guys, go out there, document your process, build your audience. And honestly, you know, put yourself out there, because at the end of the day, we don't want to keep continue in this rat race, right? Whatever that rat race is. And so I love you guys. Hopefully this helped you. And I'm about to go work out. Have a good one.